I like that there's 2 Kokusho coins on the map here.
Is there?
One of them's Trid.
Is one Trid?
No, one of them's getting nuked right now. There it goes. I hope that was the good Kokusho, not the bad Kokusho, or the other way around. It's like,
You may have deleted the good twin.
may have. We'll find out. This is D&D on the Farm RPG. I am your Dungeon Master Belligan. And with us, as always, we have our cast of players, starting with Augie.
Hi, I'm Augie, and I'm playing Astley, the gnome bard.
And Boobon.
Hi, I'm Boobon. I am playing Spectre, the rogue rabbit.
And we don't know if it's the good or the evil twin that's left on the board, Cole.
It is most certainly the evil twin. I apologize in advance. But I am Cole, playing a bronze dragonborn ranger.
All right, awesome. Where we had left off last time, our fine adventurers had just won their pirate games and freed Mayor Pedro. And now they are ready to take him back to the town of Redbrook to have a secret meeting with current acting Mayor Trid. Pedro has decided that he wants to return to life at the seas with his cousins in the Steam Cart Gang pirate group. I think I've called them multiple things at this point. Something Steam Wagon. In any case, they're all his cousins. But they were going to head back to the town of Redbrook to have a secret meeting with Pedro and resolve what's going on with the mayorship, fulfill the contract, and to get paid. It takes a little bit of time to get back to town from the banks of Lake Tempest. And as you are traveling along the road, you see someone coming towards you guys, and they're pushing a wheelbarrow. And it doesn't take long until you recognize this as the young man that was working for Mayor Trid in his office that had brought all of your carrots. And he's running towards you guys with this wheelbarrow. And as he gets close, you can see what's inside the wheelbarrow. And it's filled with coal and acorns.
Interesting.
And as he gets close, he says, "Oh, here you are." He says, "This is a gift from Mayor Trid." He said, "You might want it. I don't know why, but yeah, here you go." And he dumps it out of the wheelbarrow at your feet. Unless you stop him, he takes off.
Yeah. You know where we live.
Him.
Why are you?
Yeah, I
why are you
him.
dumping this out?
Hey, get back here. You can
Like,
leave it.
What?
Can you know where our establishment is? Can you leave it there? There's a small
Well, yeah, sure. I mean, I took the carrots there.
Yeah.
Okay, you can take these acorns and all this other crap there too. Pick it all back up. Why are you dumping this out?
Astley picks up an acorn.
I'm just doing what I was told.
Astley throws it back into the wheelbarrow. What are we supposed to do with this?
Yes, Spectre takes a piece of coal and pelts it at his head.
He's like, "I'll stop it. I'm just doing what Mayor Trid told me to."
He told you to come dump some stuff at our feet.
He said, "Here's a gift for you guys. Go deliver it to him. I'm sure they'll love it."
I will love it.
I guess
when I will love it when it's in the basket, outside of our front door. There's a small donations bin.
Yeah, just leave it on the porch.
He kind of sighs. It's like, "All right, I'll try. I think that basket was full.
Do your best.
I'll try."
Then leave it next to it. It's
Use
okay.
your head,
Pick
man.
it up there.
What is your name, young gentleman? I'm gonna remember you.
He says, "Oh, my name is Franco."
Oh, okay.
Fancy.
Okay, Franco. Well.
No. Franco.
Oh, there's a Franco. Okay, I get you.
There you go. That's right.
All right. Well, Franco,
I mean,
pick up all this crap and bring it to our house, please.
Okay, I'll do that. I'm not thrilled. I mean, I just unloaded this.
I'm also not thrilled. You just dumped it on my feet.
I don't get it. I thought you're supposed to be happy with this. That's what Trid said.
Well, we're on a mission, right? Like we're
we'll be
walking
happy,
back to
but
town. Like
yeah, we're in the middle of something. We don't have time to pick up coal and acorns. We need to we're in the middle of something. So
All right. So he gets to work picking up everything he just dumped out. It's going to take him a little while.
Astley helps him.
That's very nice.
Spectre does not help him. She crosses her arms and kicks dirt.
Astley tosses an acorn.
A shout out to Trid, who fills my mailbox with acorns and black powder multiple times a day.
Me too.
All right.
Hey, Kokusho,
Wilbur
I'm
should
glad
resolve.
it's not just me.
No, it's not. All right. He gets to work. You guys can help him if you want. And then Franco takes off, headed back towards town.
Thanks, Franco. Astley waves him off.
Says, thanks for not calling me Frank. I don't want to be confused with that guy.
What's wrong with Frank?
Who is that? Astley ponders.
Spectre will remember this.
Frank is like the talking rabbit in town, right? But everybody knows.
But do we know him?
Sure. Why not?
I feel like I might know him.
We didn't know Borgen.
I guarantee Spectre knows him. Yeah, Borgen isn't in the town long enough that you would have met him before.
We also didn't know Lorne.
Spectre definitely knows him.
Spectre knows him.
Spectre for sure knows Frank. Yep. All right. You guys return to town after this debacle with the extra junk that you don't want. Pedro's with you. And he asks, where are we going to meet Trid? It's kind of the middle of the day. I was hoping to meet him, maybe in secret and talk, but
we can bring him to our headquarters.
I don't know. Maybe better if we just go to the office.
I think we should bring you to the headquarters.
Okay. Let's do that. Let's go to your headquarters, and then you can go get Trid. Bring him over.
Perfect.
That way, we don't have to deal with the people. I don't know what.
Yeah, well, Trid will probably have to deal with the people walking down the street, but other than that,
I'll walk with them.
Okay.
We'll make a big show of it.
I'll stay behind and make sure Pedro doesn't get cold feet and leaves us.
As you return to the Firewire Adventures Guild, you notice that bucket outside that you had mentioned where you wanted the coal and acorns dropped off. And Franco's not back yet with the current load that he has, but it is filled with more coal and acorns, and it's kind of blocking the door. It's going to take you a couple minutes to clear it out so you can get in.
Spectre groans and starts loading up a basket and carrying it inside, filling it with acorns and coal.
Astley just kind of climbs
Will
over
this
the
be useful
pile.
for? Nobody knows. All right.
Kokusho will help.
Astley climbs the pile and opens the door.
Mainly because there's no way he could get through without helping.
Yeah. So Pedro notices the building here and he's like, oh, this building's been abandoned for a while. I can see you've fixed it up a little bit. Looks like you got a ways to go still. I happen to know a really good gardener if you need someone to keep your grounds.
Oh, yeah. What are his rates?
As we
He lists whatever they are. It sounds ridiculously expensive when he says whatever his rates are.
No, nice. We'll have to call him. And she doesn't. She just says that. She has no intention on calling.
Doesn't even ask for the number.
You know who the gardener is. You've met him. Anyway, Pedro takes a seat, and you guys head back to the mayor's office to pick up Trid. You notice the crowd outside has about tripled in size in the 2 days that you have been gone to head up to Lake Tempest. And there are more of the city guards now kind of around trying to keep them away from the door. And it's a little bit more difficult for you to get into the mayor's office this time than it was last time. But the one guard who let you in last time, who showed your letter to, instantly spots you guys at the back of the crowd, and he kind of tells some of the other soldiers to push people out of the way. And they let you through, although the act of the soldiers pushing the people out of the way kind of gives them a not so great opinion of you guys. Like, what are you doing with Trid? And you notice that they seem to be even a little more volatile and upset than they were last time you guys were here. But you're escorted in, and sure enough, Mayor Trid is there, and he has a big smile on his face. He's like, oh, you couldn't I've picked a better time to come. This is getting out of hand here. I mean, I can't believe how quickly everything's escalating. Please tell me you have good news.
We do.
Yes, we definitely do. We need you to come back with us to our headquarters, though. I don't know if you want to wait till everybody goes home and come, but you're gonna need to come back.
Yeah, I'd come sooner rather than later, and bring whoever you want,
and bring a lot of gold.
Yeah, and like bring a couple witnesses.
He says, "All right, they're not going to go home. They've been camping out here all night ever since you left. So we're going to have to just sneak out, or I'm going to get mobbed."
Astley has an idea instantly.
Okay. Let's hear it.
You might have to cut this part, but are we technically not leveled up yet?
No, you would have on the way home, and we should talk about that. But let's handle this first.
Okay. I have an idea. You guys can sneak out back when. Give me about 10 minutes, and then you guys can sneak out back. Astley has some new skills to test out.
Okay, I guess Spectre will go with Trid on the sneaking out part.
And what's Kokusho going to do?
Kokusho is chilling with Pedro.
Kokusho's chilling, with Pedro.
Okay.
Like, I'm not there, yeah.
Yeah, so once Astley leaves to do whatever Astley's going to do, we'll find out what that is here shortly. Pedro says, "Okay, well, while we're waiting, let's get some disguises on." And he takes you over across the hallway where they have a bunch of the guard uniforms that you can kind of put on to try to look like your city guard. It's like, maybe this will help us slip out. Did I say Pedro? I meant Trid. That's what Trid's doing.
The new name
with Spectre and Kokusho.
So
yes,
Kokusho
we'll fix this shortly.
Okay, so Spectre is going to put on a guard uniform. And she looks at Trid and goes, "Do you have anything with ear holes in it? Because I don't know if this helmet's going to work."
We could try to make some holes. I don't know. It wasn't really a thought in the process, I think.
All right, well, I'll do my best. She just crams her ears in and folds them up and puts the helmet on, and they kind of stick out the bottom a little bit.
That's probably a better disguise anyway.
Yeah, I guess so. She grumbles.
All right, so the guard outfits primarily consist of a tabard that you put over you, and then a belt that goes around that, and then a helmet you can put over your head with the visor on it, so it kind of covers your face. Although usually the guards have them open, just so they can see better what's going on. All right, cut to Astley. What is Astley doing?
Astley is tuning an instrument. And heads out and looks at the crowd that is very angry.
All right. They still look very angry.
And Astley decides to enthrallingly perform to, distract them and soothe them. If you perform for at least 1 minute, you can attempt to inspire wonder in your audience. At the end of it, I can choose humanoids within 60 feet up to my modifier, and they have to throw a save or be charmed, and if they're charmed, they idolize me. Yeah. But in the meantime...
One of your spells that you're casting?
It's not a spell, it's just it's not even a spell. It's
that's one of the bard features.
It's a college feature.
Okay.
But it says I can inspire wonder in my audience, so that seems pretty distracting.
Okay, so you can try to enthrall a certain number of people, which is your charisma modifier, so that's 2.
But I assume but I can still, inspire wonder in my audience and distract them, and only maybe 2 of them would idolize me.
Right. They might go buy the t-shirts, the Astley the Bard performing on them afterwards with some extra jingle bells.
Yes.
If they missed their saves. All right. So they make a saving throw. There's a wisdom saving throw. So we're going to roll that really quick here. And tell us a little bit about the performance, why I'm doing that.
So Astley has set up, had some of the guards help out a little bit, and has like a couple of stools that are different heights to, jump up on, kind of, not really, to kind of be like stairs so I can get up higher.
Okay.
And I just start wailing out this like sick bell solo, the equivalent of like that Fire in the Flames song that's on Guitar Hero. It's like,
I don't know that I know that one, but
no, you definitely do. It's like it's ridiculous, ridiculously difficult for no reason. But yeah, Ashley's just wailing on the
Okay.
bells.
So in addition to that, let's get a performance roll for everybody else. It's not coming under the enthralling.
That is an 18.
That is a pretty good performance.
It's just a +6.
So Astley goes out front to put on a distracting show, playing some awesome guitar riffs on the bells. And two people specifically, Astley's trying to enthrall. One of them just doesn't understand this kind of music. They must just prefer country western and nothing else. The other has just become your biggest fan for life. And probably a big enough fan they should have a name. So who is Astley's new biggest fan?
Carl.
Carl. All right. I'm writing it in my notes. That is Carl will now be selling merchandise for Astley the Bard every chance he gets. So Carl starts screaming like a teenage girl. Oh my gosh. Do you know what song that is? That's so good. Oh, she nailed the solo. The rest of the crowd
going hard.
The rest of the crowd at least kind of stops their chants long enough to listen. And they are definitely a little bit distracted. So is this performance the full distraction?
Yes, at the moment. We'll adjust as needed.
All right. Cutting back inside the mayor's office, the sound of music and at least one adoring screaming fan can be heard from the outside. And Mayor Trid looks at Kokusho and Spectre and says, this is our chance. Let's make a break for it. And the three of you head out the back door.
The two of them.
And try to sneak around to head towards...
I'm not there, right?
The two of them.
There's three.
There's two.
What happened to Kokusho? Did he not stay with Trid?
Kokusho was with Pedro.
To make sure Pedro didn't leave.
Oh, wait, you stayed back. Now I get where the confusion is. I thought you went to the office. You stayed back at the Firewire Adventures Guild.
Third person is just an extra guard or something.
Yes, so the three people, one of them definitely not Kokusho, sneak out the back door. So Spectre, what we're going to have you do is make a stealth check. And I'm also going to have to make one for Mayor Trid. Be very careful to make sure I say the right name here.
You got it. Let me roll stealth.
Would these be with advantage?
No, but the DC is definitely lower thanks to this awesome performance.
I rolled a nice 13.
So I'm not sure what it is about politicians, but they seem to be even sneakier than rogues today.
Yeah, they're much sneakier than
they
rogues
know what
today.
They're doing. They know when they need to get out of a place, what to do.
They are good at slipping out the cracks in the back. The three of you manage to break out and make your way down a side alley, and after that, Trid tells the other guards, like, "All right, you're good. Head back and make sure they don't find out that we've left." And he does. As he does so, Astley, you can see this guard returning, and that's kind of your cue that, okay, Trid and Spectre were able to sneak out the back. And luckily, thanks to your amazing performance and adoring new fan, nobody seemed to have noticed.
Cool. I keep playing for another few minutes. Give them time.
Okay.
And then
Carl's screaming for an encore.
I have to oblige.
Free bird.
I must oblige.
Free bird.
Astley doesn't understand the reference.
It's a song. It's called Free Bird. It's what people yell when they want an encore or something. But
when they want to piss people off.
Yeah, also when they want to really make people angry, they scream Free Bird. Listen to Freebird at some point.
When you have some time. It's not short.
When you've got about, I don't know, 10 minutes or so to kill.
Astley does not entertain the Freebird comment. And eventually...
That's a wise decision.
Yeah. Eventually, ends the performance and bows, curtsies, whatever.
Okay. You finish the performance. The crowd kind of is like, okay, that's probably the best thing Trid's done in a while. Sending out a performance. And they get back to protesting, with the exception of Carl, who's offering to help you carry your instrument.
No, thank you. But if you could, help me get through this crowd. I kind of got someplace I got to be.
He's like, okay, I could do that. And he kind of helps push people out of the way. Luckily, Carl is a decent-sized young adult. And it's a little easier for him to push his way through than for our small gnome performer here. And with that, you are able, Astley, to slip out of the crowd and head back as well.
I shake Carl's hand and let him know that I will inform him next time I'm going to perform.
All right. He's very excited by that prospect.
All right. Now, what I need you to do is try to get everybody to chill out a little bit. And with that, Astley leaves.
Okay. He's going to try.
He's going to try.
We'll see how that goes, but
he probably won't succeed, but he'll try.
He'll try.
Astley kind of takes like some weird side turns in case Carl wanted to follow, but I don't know if he did or not.
Yeah, Carl doesn't. He's staying behind, trying to get the crowd to calm down.
Just a little.
A few minutes later, because the town isn't extremely massive, everyone makes their way back to the Firewire Adventures Guild. Trid sees the pile of coal and acorns outside, and he kind of smiles. Says, "Yeah, you should be able to make good use of that. I'm not even gonna charge you for it. It's a gift."
Great, because we didn't ask for it.
Spectre kind of like scoffs.
So are we like standing outside now before we've gone in?
Did you want to do something before going in?
Well, I think most of the mess is still outside. We just kind of cleared the door.
Right. Yeah, he was just commenting as you're getting close to the building, seeing it piled up there.
Yeah, thanks for that, by the way.
Why do you have
I can
so
see
much
why
of it?
I can see why people like you. She says, sarcastic.
Take care of the important stuff, right?
Yeah.
Some things need to get done. Okay. Everyone except the one guard. Actually, their guard isn't even here. He went back. So our three adventurers are reunited inside the Firewires Adventures Guild. And Trid enters with you, and he sees Pedro, and you can tell that the two don't like each other. They were rivals in the initial campaign for the mayoral election. But nonetheless, Trid is still very happy to see Pedro. And he starts lecturing about, why didn't you tell us that you were going to go? You should have made a plan for this. And Pedro's response is, listen, it was a family emergency. I had to take off. My cousins needed my help. I would have loved to have made arrangements, but time just didn't allow for it. And they start getting in a rather heated argument on this topic. After a couple minutes, Trid kind of says, okay, enough. We're not going to get anywhere on this. Look, here's the important thing. What are you going to do now? Are you coming back to take back your job then? Because despite what you think, I'm actually doing a pretty good job as mayor, and a lot of the people like me and want me to stay in charge here. Pedro hasn't seen a whole lot to suggest otherwise.
Astley says
Spectre
nothing.
scoffs.
Astley says
Spectre
nothing.
goes. She just laughs sarcastically again.
Astley goes and puts the little tiny pirate flags up for display, as well as the bandanas, while they're arguing.
Okay. Trid kind of notices, like, what? See, he knows what they are. He's a little surprised to see them, but he's also well aware of who Pedro's cousins are. Pedro says, well, luckily for you, no, I'm stepping down as mayor. My cousins do need help. Your friends here did convince me to come back and meet with you, though, just to make sure we can have a smooth transition. And so what do you want me to do? Do you want me to sign a document or something saying that I'm leaving you as mayor? And Trid says, well, that would be nice. It'd be better if you'd come publicly tell everyone right now that's outside of the mayor's office. Pedro's like, what do you mean everyone outside the mayor's office? Trid's like, well, there's some angry folks out there that aren't happy about my job as the mayor. And Pedro's like, I thought you said people were happy. Things are going well. You see Trid's kind of backwalking his comment. He's like, well, it's just because they're upset where you were at. And then reminds him of his ridiculous campaign promises. And Pedro has to admit, look, I tried. Okay. We did offer people protection, did my best to make their dreams come true. But some of these farmers have crazy dreams. Anyway, they go back and forth. They settle on Pedro signing a document officially, and that's that. So they whip out the paperwork. They both sign it. And then Pedro says, all right, well, thanks again for coming bailing us out. I am going to head back. And if you ever need help from me and my cousins, you know where to find us.
Actually, before you go, Astley looks at him and pulls out another document, and it's an endorsement of the Firewire Adventurers Guild, and also slides a pen.
Okay.
Or a writing utensil.
And Trid's like, oh, you want both of us to sign this now? We can do that.
Yeah, sure do.
Okay. They both happily sign your endorsement document. You have the approval of both former Mayor Pedro and current Mayor Trid.
Okay. And
Happily show that off
maybe have your cousins continue to protect the seas as they can.
Okay.
Yeah. We'll be
Trid's kind of raising his mark. He's like, they're pirates. What do you mean protect the sea? Okay, whatever. Not going to get into this argument again.
No, we're not.
All right. Both parties seem happy. And Trid tells you guys, let me go take care of this paperwork and I will get your first payment sent right over.
Do you need us to walk you back?
It might not be a bad idea.
All right. Well, then let's walk him back.
Okay.
Astley
are all three of you going this time?
Astley does not do the sneaking route. Astley's going to go right back to the crowd.
Oh yeah. Trid is all in favor of not sneaking this time. He's like, look, I've got the paperwork in hand. We're going to go show that crowd who's boss.
Maybe give that paperwork to Kokusho for safekeeping, though, just in case. Just in case.
Kind of looks up at Kokusho. Like,
all right, I can take it if necessary.
Okay, let's do that. Let's go talk to that crowd now. All right. Everybody heads back to the mayor's office yet again. As you get out there, the crowd is still extremely animated and aggravated. It seems as though Carl did not succeed in calming them down, although he does point out and says, oh, look, she's coming back. Astley's coming back. Woohoo! And he seems pretty excited. Nobody else is, though.
I got one.
You got one.
I got one.
The city guard's kind of on high alert. They kind of clear the way so that Trid can get up to kind of the steps up leading up to the mayor's office. He stands up. He's like, listen, everyone, we found Pedro. And they kind of stop and listen. He says, Pedro has decided to retire as mayor. He wants to spend more time with his family and his cousins. And he signed this document, and he points at Kokusho to show the document.
Kokusho takes out the document, hands it to Trid.
Okay, he kind of shows it, and people can see the signatures. He says he's officially handed the mayorship over to me. The desired effect of calming the crowd does not happen with showing this document. They are now extremely angry and aggravated. They don't want Trid. They want Pedro back, and they start screaming terrible things at Trid, and they start to push to grab him.
Astley casts in a 20-foot radius in front of, the front of the crowd, just casts silence.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
for the duration.
Ooh.
No sound can be created. So that 20-foot radius is just can't make sound now. Astley didn't want to hear it.
Yep. Doesn't want to hear it.
Nope.
But you still see it.
Are
You
they
still
still
see it.
coming at us? We
Are they
can't
still
hear
coming?
it?
Are they still coming at us? Even though they
Oh,
just
okay.
all went mute.
Oh, it doesn't stop them. Yeah, they're all
Alright.
mute. They're all screaming at the top of their lungs, even though they can't hear anything. They push the guards out of the way, and they have grabbed Trid and are putting him in the air like he's crowd surfing.
Spectre mouth. This is going well.
Kokusho, grab that document.
Kokusho. Are we? Kokusho's a little concerned about Trid, but
Kokusho, get
isn't
the
too
document.
concerned.
It is one piece of
Alright.
paper.
Kokusho goes over to Trid.
Kokusho's able to read Astley's lips in the sphere of silence.
Oh, the sphere is in front of me.
The document.
It's in front.
Oh,
of
you're not in it. Okay.
No.
All right. Trid tosses the paper back, Kokusho, as he's being hauled off. And the crowd is taking Trid somewhere.
Oh boy. Well,
We got the document.
Yeah, we got,
You
the,
got the
document.
document.
Document's
that's,
safe.
I mean, that's all we need, right? We can just, I mean, throw this guy to the wolves. She sighs, but also is like, okay, let's go get him.
All right. The crowd's moving very quickly in the direction of the wishing well.
Baby.
Astley is following, I guess.
Yeah, they should chase after them.
All right. Are you going to try to stop, or are you just going to follow along and see what happens?
We should probably try to stop. As much as I like a good old fashioned dunking.
There's like 40 or 50 people carrying him, so I mean it's a pretty large group.
Oh, I don't know if we can stop them. 40 to 50 people. I think this is just going to happen, y'all.
Astley summons
I think we're
Carl.
just gonna follow.
Astley summons Carl.
I was like, what do you want me to do? It's not my fault they can't appreciate your music the way I do.
I need you to carry me and run as fast as you can to the well.
Okay. He picks you up and he tries to run, and he's not super quick.
Quicker than me.
Maybe not. Carrying you, he's probably not quicker than you.
That's fine. I don't have
But
to
at least you
run.
can see above everyone's heads. It's a different view than you normally have.
It's nice.
All right. Unless you try to stop them and you've got some plan to do so, the crowd continues with Trid to the well, and it becomes very clear that they're intending on throwing him in.
That sounds all right. Can always scoop him up after.
We can scoop them out. I think we should just hang back and watch this. I can't fight 50 to
To our knowledge, is that like a would that make someone be no longer living? To our knowledge, if they were
It's hard
thrown
to say. I mean,
Has
you
it
get thrown
happened
down in a
before?
well. You're not going to well, people throw junk in this well, right? And other stuff comes out.
I wonder what'll come
Wishing
out when we
well.
throw a Trid in.
You know what? Carl, go faster. I need to see now.
Okay. You guys make your way. The crowd takes Trid to whether it's a normal well, he'd probably fall in, splash in the water, swim around. You could fish him out. That's kind of what you expect. Hopefully will happen. But a lot of crap gets tossed down here and stuff comes back out. So the interaction is unknown. In any case, the crowd takes Trid to the well. They throw him in. And they kind of laugh and mock and say, that's what you get. Everything else that makes them feel happy. Nothing comes out of the well. And after a minute or two of waiting, they kind of seem like, well, that was anticlimactic. And they just kind of disperse, leaving the wishing well there. And as you go to inspect, you look down, maybe you call out. There's no sign of Trid. You don't hear anything.
Oh boy. We've just sent a man to his death. It's wishing well death. So we can't see anything at the bottom of the well. We don't even hear any splashing.
You don't hear any splashing. You look down and it's dark as far as you can see.
How far? I mean, too dark for dark vision.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
toss
your
my
dark vision can
carrot.
see, but can only see so far.
I'm going to toss a carrot in.
Okay. You toss a carrot in.
Even superior
Listen.
dark vision.
It's not a matter of being too dark to see. It's a matter of being too far to see.
Astley uses prestidigitation to create like a small,
Cast it on the carrot.
cast it on the carrot to make it glow.
All right. The carrot falls down glowing. You see the glow get further and further away. And then after a little bit of time, that glow starts to get brighter and brighter as the carrot is flying up. And it is no longer a carrot that's flying up that's glowing. It's now a pepper.
Ooh, neat.
Flies out, plops back in your hand.
Cool. Glowing pepper. She like waves it around a little bit. Neat.
Astley looks around and finds an acorn and throws that down the well.
An acorn,
Also glowing.
also glowing. It returns as a piece of coal after the same process.
Kokusho remembers having that smelly incense that we got from Oregon a few days ago, and
yes.
tried to throw that down the well.
Okay.
Also glowing. I can make it glow.
Sure.
Also glowing.
Let's make it glow.
Okay. The stinky incense goes down the well. The smell goes with it, although the stench on your hand remains. As it comes back up, you see something that is, it looks like a round stick that is maybe about a foot long, and it has it's like wrapped in some kind of a paper, and it's got a long wick coming out of it that happens to be on fire. And the wick is burning rather rapidly as this thing comes back out and plops back in your hand. And you realize you are holding a lit explosive.
Oh.
I quickly throw that back into the well and run away until
Oh no, Trid.
Okay. You throw it back in. You run away. You hear an explosion. And then you see a bit of smoke come rising out of the well.
Oh, Trid's fine. It's okay.
Does anything come out?
Sure, I'm sure he's all right. No, just the smoke.
Equal exchange.
I return to the well and try to call Trid again, seeing if maybe the explosion will come up.
When you look down in the well now, it looks like that explosion actually did some damage, and you can see some rocks and things on the side that have caved in, and it looks like the side of this well, down maybe about 20 or 30 feet, has caved in on itself, and now there's just that's basically what you see when you look down. You see a bunch of rubble now, about 30 feet down.
It wasn't me.
We broke the wishing well. Whoops.
Not me. I didn't break it.
Trid went down and then the well broke.
Maybe we should get out of here, y'all. I mean, I don't know if we're gonna get paid now.
We're getting paid.
We're getting paid.
Who's gonna pay us?
Trid
face.
is going to pay us.
Trid is dead. He's at the bottom of this well. Nothing comes out. And now it's blown up. How is he gonna get out? Spectre's just like rubbing her face extremely exasperatedly.
The gold has to be somewhere.
Is Carl still here? Just wondering.
Do you want him to be?
Yeah, kinda.
Yeah, he's kind of standing back watching. He looks a little bit horrified, but he's sure that you know what you're doing.
Carl, I need a lot of rope.
All right. He's like, I don't know where to get rope. He seems kind of he's a little bit shell shocked right now. I'm not quite sure how to respond or act to anything. And when you ask him for rope, his mind just goes blank on where to go get it.
Okay, Carl, go home. Astley shoos him away.
Okay, he has to stop and think, where do I live again? And then he remembers and he goes home.
Are there any farmers nearby that could supply us with some rope?
Yeah, you can go looking for somebody if you want.
Yeah, we need some rope.
We need some rope. We need to do something about this well.
You can head on over to the country store and find some farmers there.
All right.
Okay. We do that.
Yes, we do that.
Astley puts like a makeshift cover over the well. Like some like leaves or something.
Spectre makes an under construction sign. It's very small.
It's hard to see, but it's still there.
Yes, pardon our appearance.
Fantastic. You put up a sign saying under construction, and then you can find some farmers in the country store that'll be there buying seeds or whatever else they might need for their farms.
Great. Walking into the country store.
Okay. And if you want to just buy some rope, you can buy some rope. You probably have some in your packs already.
Oh, I actually probably
from
have
your
some rope,
starting gear.
but probably not a ton. Should probably buy a lot of rope.
Yeah.
Let's see. Let me see how much rope I have.
I don't even know how to check. I definitely didn't do my starting equipment the right way. It's fine.
I have string. I don't have any. I have a burglar's pack. I don't quite know what's in a burglar's pack. Probably rope. I'm going to assume.
Probably. Let's see. The bard either had a diplomat's pack or an entertainer's pack.
You have 50 feet of rope.
The packs are.
I have an explorer's pack.
The explorer's pack has a 50 feet hemp rope in it. The explorer's pack has a 50 foot hemp rope.
reading. Like I said, the first
Read to the end, Cole.
The first sentence of the description doesn't have rope. The second sentence does.
All right. Well, at the country store, I'm going to buy like an extra 100 feet of rope.
Okay, you can do that. Costs a little bit of silver, but that comes out of your guild's pooled expenses that we're not going to bother tracking.
Sweet.
A stipend.
Perfect. Yes, our stipend.
Yes.
So I've purchased, added with my 50 feet. Let's say I have like a 250 foot of rope on me personally, and I start heading back to the well. I feel like that's enough rope for now. If we need more rope, we can get more rope.
Yeah.
Yes, you can.
Probably enough.
Having enough rope will not be the challenge.
Yeah.
Kokusho has been looking through his bag and meanwhile has finally found the rope that he did not know was in there.
At the very bottom of the pack. The rope is nicely coiled around. It still has a twisty tie on it with the manufacturer's label giving you instructions for care.
Hand wash only.
Hand wash only, under no circumstances. Soak this in kerosene and then light it on fire.
So Spectre is making herself like a little knot sling for her own self to get her butt in and potentially rappel down the inside of this well.
Okay.
That's the same idea.
But
that
she
I
hands
had.
the other end. She hands the other end to Kokusho, because I don't think Astley could hold this rope.
That's a correct assumption.
No offense, Astley.
Okay.
But
absolutely none taken.
I mean, yeah, and you could tie the other end if you needed to the well or something like that as well, just so you don't fall in. So Spectre is able to get in and rappel down pretty easy. Not a difficult task for a Roboxy and a rogue at that. Being inside the well is a bit of a disorienting experience. You can almost feel different types of waves of energy kind of flowing through your brain and your lungs, and whether they're magnetic or magical or a mix, you don't know for sure, but it's an odd, disorienting sensation. You don't have to go down too far to get to where the side of this well has kind of caved in. And the challenge is going to be, it almost looks like if it was in a cave that had caved in. There's large chunks of rock and a lot of dirt and debris sitting here. And what you realize is you're probably not going to be able to clear this out by hand. Even getting here, you're going to need to have probably some pretty specialized drilling equipment or something like that, that maybe some of the farmers have for drilling wells in the first place to really be able to clear this out. So it's going to be a big job if you want to do it.
Astley tosses down like a glowing carrot for
Spectre eats it.
All right.
Spectre just takes a chomp out of it. She can't help herself.
Analyzing this problem.
Yeah. She's just looking at it and looking at the hole and like munching casually while looking and not really paying attention that the carrot's glowing.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
The best way to handle this may be to file a report with the mayor's office saying the well needs to get cleared out, bring in the crews to do it, and let the town handle it.
You mean the town?
Sounds good. Let's let the guy at the bottom of the well handle it.
Right. Who's actually going to do it? Who knows? Right? Because Mayor Tridge disappeared. We didn't see another mayor come popping out, and Pedro has taken off to go be with his cousins.
But we have
and
the
then
document.
There's an explosion, definitely unrelated to us.
Unrelated.
Completely unrelated. Nothing to do with it.
Some strange teenagers came by and were playing a prank. That's the story, and we're sticking to it.
Something
Right?
went in the well, something came out. You had no control over that.
Right. Exactly. Not our fault. Not our clowns, not our circus.
Okay. We'll leave this problem for another day. For now, we'll have our adventurers return home to ponder what to do next. And in that process, as we'd mentioned, with this goal completed, I will say when you guys return back, even though, as far as you could tell, no arrangements had been made, you do see a small chest left for you that has 100 gold payment in it. Where it came from, you're not sure. But your first payment has come, at least for finding Mayor Pedro and bringing him back and helping out Trid to some extent. The rest of the trouble is kind of his own fault that he's in, not yours.
Well, that's a relief.
But our adventurers take a much needed rest. And with that, everybody has leveled up. So Astley, thanks to a fantastic roll spin, had that level up potion a couple sessions ago. So Astley is getting to level 3. And Spectre and Kokusho are level 2. So let's take just a quick moment and talk about what you guys are doing with your levels and kind of what you picked up as new skills. And let's start with Cole with Kokusho. What has Kokusho gained getting to level 2 as a ranger?
Sure. Well, the first thing is I get to adopt a particular fighting style. I, of course, have chosen archery, because who would want to use any weapon but a bow and arrow? I don't need the other ones.
You don't need the rapier.
Nope, can't pronounce it, don't want to use it. Don't even know I still have it in my inventory.
It was a gift.
Because it's valuable, that's why. Sentimental and otherwise.
I've also learned, I get to learn 2 level 1 spells, and I chose Cure Wounds just in case get to any more tussles. Seems always good to, heal. And then I was looking through, and the spell Alarm jumped out to me. And this one, you get to kind of choose an area, a door, window. Looks like it's limited to a 20-foot cube. And you get to basically set an alarm whenever something happens in that area. So this could be like, there's multiple entrances. We can put an alarm on one entrance whenever someone comes in. It just seemed like a cool, versatile effect. I don't know if it actually be used, but all the other ones seemed related to like animals or combat anyway. So I thought this one was cool, and I chose that one.
It's a potentially versatile spell that could have a lot of uses. I like it.
Or no uses.
I'm sure you'll find some.
And that's pretty much about it. I suppose for increasing my hit points, I chose to roll a d10 instead of choosing the safe roll of a 6, and I got a 7 instead of a 6. So very worth it.
Beat the odds. Awesome. All right, next let's go to Astley, who hit level 3 as a bard, so he had a few more options to pick.
Yes. So, as a bard at level 3, you go to college. Seems a little young to go to college, but I did the College of Glamour because the description kind of matches my background. I crack open my book. I was literally just open on it, and then I closed it like a fool. College of Glamour is a home of bards who master their craft in the vibrant realm of the Feywild. The bards of this college are regarded with a mixture of awe and fear. Their performances are stuff of legend. They're eloquent, and their songs can cause captors to release them unharmed. They can lull furious dragons into complacency. I don't know how much of that Astley can actually do, but that's the school. I've gained 2 new. I guess their skills is more so than spells, but Mantle of Inspiration, which is a cool thing that I can do to give my comrades at 5 extra hit points, and the enthralling performance, which I may have used a little early because I asked Bell for permission and he said I could.
Yep, totally fine.
Totally fine. And then I also got 2 new spells. I chose to do both of them as level 2. One of them I already used was Silence, which makes everything in a 20-foot radius just silent. So realistically, if Cole was to, or Kokusho cast Alarm, I could cast Silence over the alarm and totally play a really good prank. I don't think I'd do that, but I could. The potential's there. And the other spell that I picked was Shatter because honestly, it's a really broken spell for level 2.
Good spell. That is a great spell.
Busted.
That spell is one of my faves, but be careful because you can hit yourself with it.
Friendly fire is a consideration, yes.
Well, it's I choose the radius.
Yes, so make sure you're not anywhere near it.
Yeah, no, it's 3d8
I've hit myself
damage.
with that bad boy before.
It's 3d8 damage. So like
that's a great Bard spell. I love that Bard spell.
It's busted.
Good choice. Good choice. It is busted. You're right.
Yes, and then I also get expertise, so I picked investigation and performance. So now it is a +6 on those instead of a +4. And for my hit points, I just picked the +5. I don't trust the die tonight. After that nat 100, I feel like that was my that was my luck for like the next 2 weeks.
Play it safe now. Yep.
I think that's it though.
Okay. And lastly, let's talk about Spectre's level up, Boobun. How did that go?
It went very well. I mean, rogues level 2 don't really get much. Got a cunning action, and that is I can basically add a bonus action on any of my combat turns, but the bonus action can really only be dash, disengage, or hide. So I can attack and then I can hide, and then I could probably do like a sneak attack or something once they do not see me anymore. But I can do any of those things as a second action. And then I got some extra hit points, so I'm not as squishy, but I'm still pretty squishy at 13 hit points. I chose the 5 hit points because I don't trust my dice. I am traditionally a very bad roller with dice. Always, I roll very low. It's just my luck, so I took the 5.
Disengage is a good one,
awesome.
though.
Oh yeah, disengage is great. Yeah, especially if we're in some good combat, I can disengage and walk away without getting hit, which is great. But yes,
the cunning action is awesome when you're playing a rogue in a situation where you've got a tactical battle, especially if you're using maps and worried about positioning and things like that. It gives you a lot of flexibility and power. In our game where we're playing more theater of mind, we'll be maybe a little more creative in how, and maybe a little more lenient in how we let you use that and under what circumstances. So we may not stick to exactly rule as written. If you have something cool you'd like to do that seems like it could fit, we'll probably roll with that.
Sweet. Sounds good.
Okay. With that, everyone has had a rest and a level up, and we're at the point where our adventurers can kind of pick where they would like to go and what they would like to do next. You still had 2 letters that had come before you chose to help out Mayor Trid. One of them, again, was from Jill, talking about needing escorts for the wagons full of corn. That's still a couple days away. You also had the letter from Thomas asking for help cleaning up the Crystal River, which has been filling up with litter and bottles that people have been dumping, and apparently it has attracted also some kind of a monster that is taking up residence there, maybe making it difficult to clean up. You also, in the morning, have another letter arrive. And this one came in from somebody just traveling into town, and you notice that it is from Alvin, who is the other gnome that you guys met out in the forest.
Oh no!
Is addressed
to
the Firewires Guild. And it says, reward for the return of missing items. And then it lists things: a gold feather, a large silver spoon, 2 bottles of well-aged wine, piles of blue feathers, and a bowl of poisonous mushrooms. Doesn't list anything else, but it lists those things.
Spectre sucks in through her teeth, is like, ooh, I don't know if we should take this one.
What's the reward?
Yeah,
It doesn't say. It doesn't say specifically. It just says reward offered for the return of stolen items.
At least he doesn't mention his rats, Spectre says.
Nope.
Guess they weren't that important.
Oh, man.
Well, I don't know what this is talking about, so I don't think we can help.
Yeah, I don't know what he's... Yeah, I have no idea what he's talking about. So maybe we just throw this one away? Spectre, like, holds it over the trash can. Like, do we throw this one out, or...
Yeah, maybe wrong address.
We could probably send him some blue feathers.
Sure, yeah.
All right, well...
I could send a few of the blue feathers.
Okay.
Astley bundles up some blue feathers and puts a return to sender with like a little, not sure where to find these other items, but here are some blue feathers
But
I
we
found
did find some blue feathers lying around.
that you can have. As always, thanks for choosing
All right.
the Firewire Adventurers Guild. No
Lovely.
reward necessary.
All right, you're able to package that up and take it to the post office. They'll find a courier to take it. Whoever's headed out next that stays at the well-known camp spot in the Misty Forest. So with that, you have an option. You've got a couple days if you just want to wait and then help out Jill, or you could head over during that time down to the Crystal River and see what's up with Thomas, or you could ignore both and just wait and see what else pops up. The choice is yours.
So are we just gonna let Trid die?
Yeah, somebody will
just
find
gonna-
him. That guy's... He's crafty. I feel like he'll get himself out of this one. Again, it's not our fault that he's most hated.
I kind of wonder if we should go to the mayor's office and just see what's good. Like, is the crowd
See
still
what
there?
we can,
Like, what's going on now?
Like,
Well, because we do have that official mayoral document that we probably should have. That we probably should give to them. They should probably
That
have
is true.
that.
Sure. Let's just pop on by and see how they're doing.
Yeah, let's just pop by.
Let's wait. Pop by in the morning or the next day sometime.
Yeah. You guys come by the next day, and the guards kind of know that Trid got hauled off, and so they're really treating the situation the same way they did when Pedro really first kind of disappeared, and they're treating it like the mayor's gone. We're not sure what happened to Trid. Someone should probably look into it. If it turns out he's dead, and they know there was some potential violence involved, there might need to be some arrests and consequences. But as far as the mayor's office, they pretty much have the doors locked up right now, and the city just is kind of under de facto keep the rules in place. The guards will continue to enforce it until some decision can be made about the mayor. Somebody will have to probably maybe hold a new election or something like that. They'll figure that out over the next week or two if there's no news on Trid.
I asked one of the guards, "What do we do with this now? We have it."
Okay, you hand it to him. He says, "Well, we should probably keep this with the city records inside. So we'll take it in and have one of the librarians archive this for us appropriately. We may still need it. If Trid shows up, he'll want to have it for sure."
Thanks.
Okay, word.
Are we still? We're still getting our arrangement is still is not null and void, is it? Astley, kind of.
Oh, for the arrangement you made with Trid? No,
for our services.
He had made arrangements for payment to be dropped off on schedule, so that'll be taken care of.
Excellent. That was all Astley really wanted to know. That was the entire purpose of the visit.
That's all I cared about. Are we getting paid still?
Still paid? All right. Sounds good.
All right. Good luck.
Carry on. So for now, the office of mayor is still vacant. The other city officials are still in their acting roles, whatever they may be.
All right. Well, do you guys want to go clean up a river, or do you want to help with some corn?
Why not both?
I mean,
We can do both, but we could go clean. I mean, I think we have time to go clean the river first, maybe, and then go and help with the corn after, because the corn's not due till a couple days from now.
Yeah, that's probably fine. And then if the river seems to be a more lengthy thing, we can tell them we'll come back to them. And I mean, how hard is it to
word,
escort corn?
Right? Not that hard. Can't be that hard. It's just corn.
No.
It's not like
It's a vegetable.
The river's not going anywhere, so probably no rush on doing that one.
Yeah, I mean, maybe we can go scout out the river and then, loop around.
Okay. So we'll do that. We'll have you scout out what's going on with the river. So you guys head south out of town. Haven't been this way for a little while. Headed towards the Crystal River, where Thomas is supposedly fishing, cleaning, whatever he's going to do. You guys come over a little hill and you look down to the Crystal River, expecting to see some junk. And you quickly realize that this problem is significantly larger than Thomas had made it out to be. There are not just a few bottles here and there. There is a massive pile of bottles that is causing a dam in the river, and it is starting to flood and kind of filling up this little valley that you're looking down into. And you do see Thomas down there, and he's got a bag and he's trying to pick up a bottle, but he's like, it's like picking up grains of sand on a beach almost. It's this is going to be a big job, you can tell.
Oh,
and with that, we will wrap this one up here. We'll find out how we respond next time.
Astley wonders about the corn.
Maybe that corn's more important than all these bottles. It could be.
The bottles aren't going anywhere.
No, they're not. They're definitely not going anywhere. All right. With that, let's get our handy dandy call off.
Bye.
Oh, bye.
Sell?
God.
Why do you have